Good morning. Happy Monday. I always like to say Monday fun day because it's usually the least wanted day after a nice weekend, which I did have a wonderful weekend, and I am proud of myself for staying committed to still doing the videos even when it's uncomfortable. So I am back and excited to continue this journey, and each day something brand new. And I just want to say a couple things that, I think yesterday I went to church, we're talking about bearing fruit. When you, God trusts you with his vineyard to bear that fruit. And, he only asked for 10% back. So I am looking at this as first 10% of my day, honoring him, honoring myself first. And I've always thought of that as selfish. I always wanted everybody else comfortable, put everybody else first. Well, I guess I had it backwards. So, like I said, doing this, I recommend everybody do something first thing, whether it's read, write, or do a YouTube for yourself, just expressing yourself, whatever on your mind, glorifying God, praying, whatever it is, going to start your day off right. And I have been experiencing that through the last week. So, and then I want to make a promise to you, knowing myself over 43 years time, that through relationships, jobs, whatever, my promise to you, watching me, you will gain. You will either win at something or you will gain knowledge and power. You will gain spiritual alignment. You will learn about Jesus, learn about God, learn about yourself. I just promise my content you will gain. I have never had anybody who's known me through the years as a friend or an employee or a spouse or partner or whatever. You will gain something. So that is my promise, and I just pray over every episode that it is spiritually, you get something out of it. I pray that God speaks. That it's not always, it's not me, but God speaking through me. So I just wanted to say that up front. I had some ideas. I was writing down in my mind. I'm so excited every day, passionate to come talk to you, talk to me. And so I have a new setting this time. Like I said, trying different backdrops and this and that, and it will evolve as I go. Like, I want to be on vacation every day. I'll just put a backdrop up that, hey, I'm in Hawaii. Well, and we'll do something about Hawaii or whatever. So I want to give a shout out to my children today. Jasmine and Kylie, I love you so much. You're in my heart. I can't imagine life without you. Do anything to see you smile. And I think that people who know me, truly know me, know that is the truth. So I just wanted to bring that up. And I wanted to start to do a countdown because I don't have them. And I don't want to go into the details of it through courts and their father and all this nasty stuff. I don't want to dwell on it. I do have to deal with it. But I'm doing the inner work within myself that let God. He's got this. We don't always see a way, and I don't. It's walking around in the dark, it feels like. I don't know what he's going to do, but you know what, I want to do a countdown to show what he's going to do. I can only imagine the harder the road or suffering, the bigger the turnaround. So maybe in my podcast, I don't know how many days it'll be, but you can do this journey with me, and see the success when everything works out for my good, for their good. So I invite you to come with me and support me in that success. That I don't know how it's going to work out, but I know it will be good, and I have faith in that. So if I can inspire you to do the same with whatever situations you're going through, praying for you too. There's mainly 5 areas. It's either relationship, career, family, a home, vacations, personal development, I don't know, spirituality, faith. So wanting to be a parent. So any of the areas that you're struggling with, just know all things are working for your good. And so touched on all of that. Like I said, I wrote a lot of notes down. I wanted to give a rampage of appreciation for my home. I have moved every 2.5 years of my life, pretty much, since birth, and that wasn't being a military brat. It was either through my parents' divorce and going back and forth between them, and they lived in 2 different places. And then after that, it's pretty consistent. Every 2.5 years I've lived. But I'm thankful because, I can go anywhere and talk to anybody. I was always the new girl, always. I went to 4 different high schools. It wasn't always a benefit, though. I want roots somewhere, community, and to be known, and vice versa, to know people and be known. And you don't get that so much when you move a lot. And there's a sense of, I think insecurity. You're never like, this is home. Like, you're like, but you meet some really neat people, and God puts people in your life that fill those voids, and you make some really nice friends that I even have considered family. There's this story. One time I was celebrating Christmas. I was hosting Christmas for my mom's side of the family, which was a big deal. She has 5 brothers and sisters and my grandparents, and it was a big deal to me. And they entrusted me to host it and pray over the meal and make them. And I really enjoyed that. However, I'm like, the more the merrier. Listen, whoever wants to come on. And they were very traditional, and it was just family. So I was working at a hair salon, and this girl had just moved here from Texas. She didn't know anybody. She had 3 kids, and I didn't have kids then. And I just loved her. She was a sweetheart. She was a friend to me. And I said, well, look, if you don't have anywhere to go, come on, I'm doing a big to-do. Bring your kids, I just love everybody. So she did, and I was so thankful she came, and she appreciated it so much. And my grandparents were like, why did you invite them? And that's just how I am. I want everybody to be comfortable and welcome and at home, and I'm the happiest that way. So I'm learning to be happy without that now, and then you know, subconsciously, it's like, am I pushing people away? I'm just not inviting them. So when it's definitely not intentional, because yeah, I don't talk to any of my family right now. And you know, I watched a video, Aaron Daughtry this morning. I definitely recommend him. And he's inspiration to me, especially starting out doing these YouTube videos, because he's done them for 8 years and very successful. I feel like his information is valuable. I do suggest listening to him. But I listened to him this morning, and it was on the principles of 80-20, and that sometimes space has to be cleared out, and relationships have to go that are, you know, heart-wrenching for maybe it's a temporary period of time, maybe it's not, but to allow creativity in your life. So I think that's probably been the hardest thing up until today. And he talks about, I shared a video, you know, especially with your parents and family, because, you know, that's where you come from, that's your niche, and then healing from that, whatever gaps have to be filled or thoughts have to be modified to become who you really need to be, that's good for you and the people around you. Because when your cup is full and you're producing fruit, then you're blessing others and helping others. So that's what I'm working on, and this is a part of that, and I'm very much enjoying it. And I'm just going to kind of go through my list. I'm not going to do it this morning because I want it to be cleaned up and everything, but Rampage of Appreciation. So I want to do a Rampage of Appreciation about my current home. We've been here since September. We're now starting February. I have had many homes. Like I said, I moved 2.5 years. My dream as a 12-year-old was like, I'm gonna have my own place one day, and this is what my life's gonna. And I was even packing a box with salt and pepper shakers and like imagining decorating, and I was like, my dream was, you know, husband and children and family and a beautiful home in the suburbs. And my favorite song is Fast Car, and it was like, I'm just gonna have this life, which, you know, maybe it was fantasy, but I believe that your dreams will come true. So I love this home. I want to do there's so many things I love about this home, and you know, it's so ironic because it is the oldest home I've ever lived in by far. It's over 100 years old. My grandmother, they had a very old home in Ashland on the railroad tracks, which that was home to me. But I'll do another podcast about that. But this reminds me of there. I have a screened-in porch. It's so unique. It's got character, and you know, it's so imperfect. Not perfect. You see behind me, the window's not done, the floors, but I love it just the way it is, and I feel like it loves me, and I don't know, I can't explain it. Not everything's gone right since I've lived here, 100% not gone right, but I'm preparing the way with this home for my children, that I pray that they will love it too. And it's plenty of room for them and to grow, and I'm looking forward to spring here because we've got the water right across the street, and so I'm gonna show you around and everything that I love about it, and just focus on good things like that. I have my 14-year-old daughter wanted a rat. I never would have bought a rat ever. but I still have Lonnie here with me, keeping me company. She is the sweetest little thing. Evidently rats are really, really smart. And yeah, I'm keeping her for Jasmine. I don't really play with her too much, but I feed her, and anyway, she'll probably like that I'm here talking with her this morning. So let's see. I just want to make sure I touched on everything, and I'm going to wrap it up and pray you have a blessed Monday. I said stuff about the house, which I'm going to do a tour on the house, countdown for my children to come to my new house, my promises to you about gain, and I talked about Aaron Doughty. I think that's how I say it. Yeah, so my notes, I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover this morning. So there will be more to come tomorrow. Happy Monday again. God bless, and love you all. I'll talk to you tomorrow.